Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcast on our Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 review, this time on Quest's Triumph, one of my favorite maps. Not very balanced, but okay. And on the left side, playing Raven Guard, we have DANTIST. Of course, Raven Guard for DANTIST, what else? And on the other side, playing the Demon Hunters Grey Knights, it seems, it's Grower. So let's see if we can also show and not just grow. Heh! Over here. So Demon Hunters versus Raven Guard on this map. This map is particularly good for either turtling or jumping around because of these ridges over here. You have a very tucked up base with 3 points, very good. But then you have also a lot of points outside, so you cannot just take your 3-4 points and be okay. I can play it, you cannot. In general, this is a lot of points on this map. For the openers, we have a economy based opener, 3 scouts into brother captain and 1 generator, so very economy focused. Will not have enough requisition to build up your first point with it because yeah, the generators are so expensive. On the other side we have 1 gen opener and 1, how many do we have? 1, 2. On this map I would assume you would want to have 3, right? I only see 2, and here are the first squad of interceptors, and with only 2 Brotherhood champions, you can get your second interceptor squad relatively quickly, decapping as much as possible. As I said, if you are not ready to build up your points, it can be punished like this. These interceptors, however, need to head out here because the brother captain is just such a mean customer over here. You can decap this. There you go. Yeah, you will eat some damage, but this is all worth it. Delaying your economy, your opponent's economy by this much is really good. Brother captain over here, trying to kill off these tech marine, but the tech marine has commander armor. The brother champion does not. Interceptors now coming out. They can help the brother champion over here. And yeah, I would assume yeah, you can get your second squad now, and I would hope he builds. I do not remember seeing Grower somewhere on my channel or other channels yet, so not sure what is his particular skill ceiling over here. For the opener it looks pretty good, apart from maybe missing to build a squad, a second squad. Man, we have seen greedy Grey Knights that did only go for 1 interceptor and then just called it a day. Very low econ game on both sides because of the early aggression. Brother champion again being invisible, and the interceptors actually did go aggressive. Yeah, you need to get a second squad or upgrade your points. Going for a second squad just now. As I said, a bit late on that part. Interceptors now back in the base, but lost the model. Will reinforce. Brother champion matches their speed, however, so they will probably lose another model on exit. Pretty much looks like it. This one over here. It survives for now. Yeah, wow. Second squad of interceptors is now. They can. Sorry, I'm still a bit ill. Hopefully, I can keep the coughing to a minimum by sipping a bit of water. Interceptors coming in or coming out actually. Second squad joins, and they will be able to get this point while keeping their own points. Scouts sneakily decapping over here. Needs to be kept again, and there's now the third brother champion as well on the field. And the question is now, is he trying to build up more points, or is he trying to get a quickly tier 2? He could have, yeah, he's upgrading a point or 2 now. Okay, no quick tier 2 on the other side. No quick tier 2 either, but the hunt begins. So there will be some infiltrated space marines running around soon. Infiltrated space marines and scouts it is. It's not the longest time, but it's annoying enough. I think it's 15 seconds. Something like that. You get a bit slowed still. But also I think also the tech marines can use this and still build up stuff. They are now moving into the range of this listening post as well as these space marines. They need to really disengage quickly. Yeah, this squad only has 1 model left. They're all going into the base, however. Trying to get a scout. and maybe some damage. But these points are also upgraded, so you can only really get some damage dealt against this generator, but there are space... I mean, you can challenge these space marines. If there's only the space marine, yeah, you just realized. If there's only this squad of space marines, you really can challenge them into melee, maybe even in range. Probably in melee. Going for bionics and plasma pistol is Dantist, as well as getting a skull probe for the infiltrated proto champions. Using his infiltration himself in the base to keep his units alive. And yeah, proto champion cannot infiltrate now, or he can, but he will not stay infiltrated because of that. Bionics is done. Tier 2 should be on the way, right? Yeah, tier 2 is on the way. Okay, only for Mr. Grower over here. Whereas Dantist is playing a very hard tier 1 commitment with 2 Space Marines, and also we saw a Dark Fury Assault Squad being made. So this is now the test for the Grey Knights over here to stay alive and make tier 2 work for them. Tier 2 is 70% done. Plasma Pistol now is also done over here. Librarian being added, and this point, no, which points are upgraded? This point and this point. But yeah, there is now a lot of Space Marines over here that can try to deal with the stuff. 2 Tech Marines being ready to build it, and I think the Dark Fury Assault Squad, not sure if this will win. I think it does. How much do they cost? Yeah, a bit more than standard Space Marines. And Interceptors costing quite a lot of power in return. And even adding Flamers, so these Interceptors have nowhere to run really. Tier 2 should finish. Tier 2 is finished. Getting another squad of Interceptors now. These Sisters are on the way. Librarium is finished, so we... Okay, Interceptors Fury's charge. But are the Interceptors still alive? I guess so. Where are they? Over here. Fury's charge will be done shortly. It is done. So they can now try to charge over here. Yeah, you see them knocking them back. There are the Sisters with their silencers. One has it already. A little Gatling gun, it looks like. Second silencer, and third is on the way now. But economy wise it is probably very bad. No, for now it's okay, but there's some damage done over here. Infiltration on these Space Marines now wears out. Proto Champion also can detect as far as I am concerned. And the Interceptors going into melee. Psy Lancer is over here. Is out is the Purifiers. Purifiers also out over here. Getting their swords and such. Over here. The Dark Fury Swords also can get infiltrated, I think. Yeah, they cannot sprint, but they can get infiltrated. The commanders only can get infiltrated if they are joining the squad, I assume. A lot of that Space Marine models, I have to say. Upgrading this point is Dantist over here. And yeah, the Sisters with their silencers coming in. I would hope for a Razorback soonish, because these guys need Domus Astra Telepathica for the Night of Flame, which is very good because it boosts the moral squads. Able to scorch demons. Equipped with reactive hit that protects nearby infantry from ranged attacks. So this guy is absolutely important. So you want to have a Domus Astra Telepathica and get him and some Razorbacks, of course. And here the Furious Charge. Have they now more models? No, this is the Proto Champion on each squad. Or did they go? Yeah, they get, of course, Justica, making them even more fearsome. And oh, they even got the Chaplain now out. This is now a really mean squad. Using his demoralizing shout, but they can sprint, kind of sprint out of it. And yeah, they Grower playing this very, how should I say, patiently over here, sitting in the heavy cover, shooting with the Sister, only getting out with the Interceptors if need be, when the Purifier is attacking this point over here. Really like that. Dark Fury also 2 Space Marines, and they are now tier 2 as well, as I see on the Sergeant. And also getting Flamers and Frag. Oh, the Frag Missile Launchers is a game changer over here. You need now, you cannot stay in range against this for long. But he is patiently waiting. Is there a Domus Astra? There it is. And I think the Domus Astra Telepathica changes then the equation with these Knight of course, and some Razorbacks. I'm not sure if you can stay over here. Okay, it's only one frag missile launcher, however, but still, there's now even the more Dayton also on the way, as well as Bionics level 2. So these Space Marines are tough as nails. In comes, however, the Lord Inquisitor command squad, and the interceptors really need to tie down these guys with the frag missile launchers over here. There's also now the Hellfire heavy bolters on the scouts, so a bit of a misplay over here of not having them in the mix. Is he now trying to advance? I saw some teleporting going on. I would hope he just disengages for now. Yeah, disengaging he is. Not a point where you can stay. Deliverance Guild is out. We see a Librarian coming in. And the Knight has... yeah, you see the blue circles around. And as I said, I would really hope for Razorback. He did go... He already did go for the vehicle cap increase, so he should be able to get... oh, going for the Stormhawk Interceptors is always very dicey. It can deal a lot of damage, but it also gets dealt a lot of damage. No real sign of anti-vehicle yet. We have these frag missile launchers and these Hellfire heavy bolters, so we do not have any real anti-vehicle here. So I would assume Razorback. I mean, Razorbacks on this very little pathways over here might not be the best idea. Well, Dayton being caught for once with the Brother Champion, they can probably not being charged down, but yeah, he's not forcing the issue yet. The Librarian Codisor is out. I think he has Smite, right? Yeah, I think he has Smite, as all Librarians normally have. And now the question is, okay, there with the Stormhawk Interceptors, he can now attack this, and these are all Melter guys. Yeah, so he has some anti-vehicle going for himself if there are some vehicles popping out, but not for now. Frag missile launches on this very small area is very dangerous. I mean, you could just say YOLO and just go into base. Yeah, exactly like that. Go into the base, trying to kill some infrastructure, most importantly like the production. What do we have here? Stern Guard Veteran squads, okay. He's trying to stabilize in tier 2. I mean, Vanguard Veterans also could work if he wants to try to match the melee, but yeah, he needs some anti-vehicle himself. That would be scouts with missile launchers. We have one missile launcher over here. On these scouts, second missile launcher is on the way. They can now focus his attention on Stormhawk Interceptors if they're green micros. For now they are sticking to these Interceptors that getting a lot of damage done. Is this from the Librarian Codisor? Yeah, at least they are dying really horribly over here. But the Stormhawk Interceptor really turning the tide over here. And Dantist amidst defeat. Yeah, wow. That was the AoE ability from the Purifier. So it all came down, I guess, to patiently playing your card, getting a quicker tier 2, and yeah, maintaining your economy. Like he lost a point over here once, but also being, I think, yeah, it goes down even further, even earlier, you could say, in yeah, this relatively greedy opener with Dantist, where he did not had the requisition for his first point. So the Interceptors could just come in, yoink 1 point, yoink a second point, so his economy was really down. And then yeah, I'm really impressed by what Grower showed over here. Really liking his ideas and performance. Losing this point and at some point, probably because Dantist was going over here. And then yeah, not like I saw so many games where people just run in these very small pathways and got killed by AoE. He saw it and then just did go into the base. Something that I see on the, let's say, mid-level players a lot, that they are not willing to use their jump troops over here. He did. And Dantist, on the other hand, was very, yeah, playing defensively for the most part as well. He had some Dark Fury Assault Squads which he could have jumped over here, maybe gotten a Stern Guard Veterans instead of the Vanguard Veterans. What, the Vanguard are the Assault. He had like the Assault Veterans and maybe try it over here. But yeah, we saw some smoky stuff as well. I think that's from the Librarian. Killing a lot of stuff, but also losing a lot of stuff over here. I kind of dig this new quote-unquote play with the Exorcist Sisters, like not getting a lot of models because they're expensive, but getting their silencers and then directly the Grey Knight Chaplain, using this like a goon squad instead of a fully reinforced squad. I like that idea. Okay, without more talking over here, I would say GG's to the players, and as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!